I just wanted to keep looking at these true railway tracks of our belief system and look at indicators that I see in our generation that prove that our true belief system is not running on the foundation of Jesus, but on our own morality, our own energy and strength. One example is if you look how the church, or how we often hear preaching about addictions, whether it be lust addictions or drug addictions or money or power, whatever it is for each person, these strongholds in people's lives, how people talk about trying to solve them. One example I read in a really well-known Christian author's book was about a guy who had a lust problem, and every time he was traveling a lot, every time he went to a hotel, he'd phone ahead and ask them to please take the TV out of his room. And the author was praising him for being so proactive and for fighting this problem. But to me, it's a very sad indicator of where the belief system lies, because if we read from Colossians, I'd just like to read these verses. Since you died with Christ to the basic principles of this world, why, as though you still belong to it, do you submit to its rules? Do not handle, do not taste, do not touch. These are all destined to perish with use, because they are based on human commands and teachings. Such regulations indeed have an appearance of wisdom, with their self-imposed worship, their false humility, and their harsh treatment of the body, but they lack any value in restraining sensual indulgence. Since then, you have been raised with Christ. Set your hearts on things above, where Christ is seated at the right hand of God. Set your minds on things above, not on earthly things. For you died, and your life is now hidden with Christ in God. When Christ, who is your life, appears, then you will also appear with him in glory. Put to death, therefore, whatever belongs to the earthly nature. And you'll see that whole thing of where it's preached to us, do not handle, do not taste, do not touch. It has an appearance of wisdom, but it lacks any value. But you therefore set your minds on Christ. And that is where the power is. That is where the answer is. We will never, ever, any of us, conquer strongholds, addictions, or sin in our lives by do not handle, do not taste, do not touch. Ironically, it actually gives sin more power. And it's like an animal caught in a snare. The harder we pull, the tighter that snare pulls. But if we put our hope in Jesus, there is true power. Because it says there, the Son came to set us free. And he came to set us free indeed.
Grace rising, let it fill the earth. Grace rising.